A typical work day or work week for me is coming into the office here in Columbia, but oftentimes I travel with my job, so I am visiting agents in our 3 different states. I go to conventions and meetings quite a bit to get further education, to visit with our customers at state agency conventions, so there is a lot of travel involved with my job, but most typical weeks I'm here in the office reviewing information about how our operations are going in those 3 states. The minimum education for my job is a bachelor's degree, so 4 years of college. However, there is a lot more education that's required after that just to stay up to date with what's happening in our industry. I hold several designations. One is the Chartered Property Casualty Underwriter. It's a CPCU designation. In the insurance industry, that is very much like a master's degree in insurance. I also have the AIS designation, which is Associate in Insurance Services, and AU designation, Associate of Underwriting. And I'm continuing my education right now, working on a Chartered Insurance Consultant designation. All that to say is our industry changes a lot. Every day there's new things happening, and so it's very important to continue working on your education and learning new things. It's never enough to just sit back and stop learning. Some advantages of my job are that I really enjoy working with our customers. I get to work with them one-on-one. I get to talk to them on the phone. And that's really, for me, that's very exciting. We get to hear from them how they think that we're doing. Some disadvantages are, I mentioned earlier, the travel. I have 2 small kids, so a lot of times it takes a little bit of juggling to make sure that everybody is where they need to be and taken care of while I'm away. So that's sometimes a little bit frustrating, but we work through it. We've got a good family unit that helps with that, so it's important to be able to ask people for help and have lots of good friends and family that are willing to do that. My hours are flexible. It's very much a job. You come in, you get it done, and you can work however many that is needed to work, or if you need to do other things, you can take off a little early too. I typically work 8 to 10 hours a day here at my office. A lot of times I'm working when I'm not here at the office. I get email on my cell phone, so a lot of times I'm checking email and staying up to date. I get phone calls on my cell phone as well. But physically being here at the office, it's probably 8 to 10 hours a day. But it is very flexible. If I have things that I need to do, for example, go to a class party with my kids or attend other things, I am able to go and do that as well. Technology is changing the way we all do business, and that our industry is no exception. There's so many new things being introduced every day in our industry, and I can see it looking very different in the next 5 to 10 years for the way we do business, the way we communicate with our customers, the way we communicate with each other. I think it'll be really exciting and interesting to see there's stuff right now we don't even know that's going to come, and it's going to change everything for us. So for me, many of our jobs have a minimum requirement, so it requires a minimum level of education and minimum skill set. For example, ability to use Microsoft Word and Excel and Outlook maybe requires a college degree. But there's so much more that you look for in a good quality candidate. You look for somebody who's going to be loyal to your company. You look for somebody that's a self-starter that can understand the assignment that you've given them, and they will just take it and run with it. You look for somebody that has a good attitude. That's probably the main thing that we look for, is somebody that's excited to come to work every day, that's positive. You can teach anybody any skills in the insurance industry, but you can't always teach a good attitude to people. Mm-hmm.